What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Nation of Conversation, episode 325. I am your host, Ryan, and I'm here with the almost not staying home boys, Mike, Bill, and Wally.
I sadly will
Michael remains staying at home. Actually, I've been working on my plans to bring you in next week.
Okay.
This is it. I haven't seen any of you for a long time. In a long time.
Nope. Very long time.
Very long time. You guys have seen each other, right?
Yep.
Just Wally, but yes.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's
Are you guys still doing game nights?
Yep.
Most weeks.
Still on.
We, for a while, went virtual, and then more lately, we've started to regather in person.
Very nice.
According to Dr. Tim's guidelines.
Hey.
And we only ever play games that he wins.
Yeah, let me just beat you in a bunch of games.
Sounds like fun.
I'll send you on your way.
There was a night. Let me ask you guys who had a better night. We played, I think, 5 games. Tim won 4 of them, obviously. I won 1 and came in third 4 times. Wally came in second every game. Who had a better night, me or Wally?
I would say you, Bill, because winning is winning.
Yeah.
Good. That's what I thought too.
Winning is more important than second place. You're just the first loser.
Yeah. If you're not first, you're last, Wally.
Bullshit.
Yeah, so we're going to be in person next week, finally. That should be real interesting. I'm doing some schematics. I'm trying to figure out how the hell we're going to get Mike on the computer, and we're all going to be able to talk to each other. So I think I got it figured out. I think I got it without having you blare into our mics. So I think I had it all figured out. We'll see. We'll give it a shot next week. So
yes, we shall.
Couple of quick housekeeping notes before we get going. We got a YouTube comment from David Gonzalez. Wally, he challenges you on Glow. He said,
Wait, David Gonzalez.
David Gonzalez on YouTube said he saw Glow in 1989. After the show, the girls were brought out. They signed autographs. It was insane. They were mobbed. People pushed and shoved. Occasionally, we'd reminisce about this time and how wild the fans were. There is some truth to what the girls were saying.
Okay, but they were not the Beatles. Stop it.
Stop
it. They were not the Beatles.
What were they making?
They were like, oh, we were like the Beatles. No,
running away from fans and stuff.
Okay, I understand there were fans, but you were.
They're also. This is a hard thing, and they're in the foxhole together because
the foxhole. Right. They said that a lot. The foxhole. So that's a retort right there for you, Wally. They were the Beatles. Thanks for that comment. It's actually a cool story.
That is, yeah.
I would love to have seen Glow back in the day. That would have been awesome. And I want to give a quick shout out to this podcast who's been shooting us out there for podcast recommendations.
Oh my God,
the E14 podcast. This guy doesn't sleep. This guy does not sleep.
And then the other one? Who's the other podcast that says thank you every single time?
I don't know. I'm not sure, but great guy. Very nice guy. He's a big wrestling fan. Sailor. It's a podcast about the life of a sailor. It's pretty cool. So
is this
check those guys out
on the Twitterverse?
Yeah, on Twitter, and we
that's why I don't see it
because you blocked us. Because you blocked us. You blocked your own show on Twitter
because of Mike. Yes.
There's nothing more I want to do than just block everyone in what's it called and get rid of Twitter. It is exhausting, Twitter.
You don't need to go on it.
I know I don't. There's a lot of things I don't need to do, but I do them. I don't need to eat half a snowman's ice cream pie, but I do.
At least that brings you some sort of joy. What does Twitter bring you?
You're right. It does. It brings just like complete frustration.
I try to treat Twitter as a business. I get in, I get out, I punch the clock, and I'm out. I'm not constantly getting into these arguments with people. If I see something I don't like, I just mute it. Nope. Not doing it. Anyway, so thanks to them. Thanks to all of our followers. We're over 1,000 followers, which is exciting. Over 50 subscribers on YouTube too. So that's Bit
Really?
of housekeeping going on.
How come only ever we have 2 watchers?
Good question. Not everybody
I should
watches all the time.
I
I
wonder
should pull it up right now.
who's watching. Who's watching?
I think it's you, Wally. Is it you?
Yeah.
You and me. Anyway,
I'll get on there.
All right, we'll get 3 watchers.
pump up those numbers. Let's get to the wrestling news of the week. AEW is headed back on the road in July.
Yeah.
They got a bunch of stuff. They're like, we're doing it.
And supposedly WWE SummerSlam's going to kick off WWE's Back to the Road,
Yep.
which I don't know why they'd go back to the road, which like I don't get it.
Make money, I guess.
Well, they're making money hand over fist. All the road does for them is make things harder for them. They can't easily tell stories now. But hey, I don't, whatever.
You got it. It's part of the business.
I guess so. I don't get why they'd go
You got to
back
make
out.
those monies. Every dollar counts, right?
I suppose so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
they've
think-
got.
What is the Yankee Stadium at full capacity? Is that? Did I just see that?
If you get was it if everybody shows vaccine cards or something?
No,
like that?
nothing could be. They're not.
No, what it was you could get like in for free if you got vaccinated there.
Yes,
somebody
for
was
one
doing that.
game.
but there is
Get a
an
ticket for another game, yeah.
there is a vaccinated and an unvaccinated section, but all in New York, in the tri-state area, New York, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, everything's going where all capacity limits are being lifted. I think May 19th. So
Maybe we'll get an AEW up here finally.
the first 2 are in Texas, I believe, which
No,
understandably.
One's in Miami.
What's it? Yeah, I'm sure they'll run. I'm sure they'll run the places that have been most lenient
Yeah.
first.
Right.
Guaranteed. Yeah, they're running Dallas and Austin. But yeah, I'm very interested to see how that. I'm sure the shows will be packed. I'm sure.
Yeah, they got to be, right?
I'm surprised they haven't opened up the. You know what? I think Double or Nothing's going to be full capacity.
It is. Double or Nothing, May 20. May 30th? May 30th
Yes.
is full capacity. So that'll kind of be the first one.
I'm sure. I bet you a lot of people will fly down there. Like it'll be
Mm-hmm.
a big destination thing.
Yeah, I'm sure it will be. New Japan on the opposite end, going through a COVID outbreak after COVID outbreak afy COVID outbreak. It's up to like 9 wrestlers now.
Yes.
They shut down everything again.
And they've been testing wrestlers every month. And this was like their first outbreak. But man, what bad timing, because they were fully like about to go back into the swing of things.
I mean, they were pretty close.
They were about to run 2 like outdoor stadium shows, and then they're supposed to have a Tokyo Dome show. I think.
No more.
Nope.
Gonzo.
I didn't really, because I saw a couple weeks ago. I saw that like Japan was like doing states of emergency, and I was just like, what?
How?
Like, and the thing is, the even bigger thing is the Olympics is in 2 months, 3
Right.
months.
Yeah, we can't have the.
I thought it was
Olympics
in.
yet.
I thought it was in August.
Okay,
It starts late
Is it
July,
in July?
2.5 months.
well, late July.
Yeah.
So like,
Soon enough.
it like how don't they have their shit
There's-
together? I guess I was reading just like it's just they haven't like they're taking the vaccine rollout very slowly and not like doing it properly. And it's just like 2% of the population's been vaccinated. It's just been
Wow.
like I guess kind of like a mess. It's
Crazy.
just
I thought I was hearing talk of them possibly pushing the Olympics back, or
oh my god.
like high profile athletes deciding not to go to it.
Oh, is there going to be an NBA? The NBA, is that a thing anymore?
The
The
basketball?
NBA, the league, yes. It's
No,
still-
the players playing in. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes. NBA players still playing.
Yes.
Why would you go? Why? If I was an NBA player, I'd be like, nope, no, thank you.
It's not like the top tier. It's like that
But
squad,
third tier.
But the A squad usually shows up at the last minute. Like, you know what? I've been out. I'll play.
The thing is, it's so tough for Olympics too, because it's not like you can be like, I'll catch the next Olympics.
You gotta wait and wait.
That's not how like these people train for the Olympics. It's just like a lot of these people are one and done. Like you train for this Olympics and that's it. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. God, I hope they figure their shit out.
It's bizarre because it seemed like they had their shit together way more than
us.
And then all of a sudden, and the roles have flipped for some reason. We'll talk about our feelings on Blood and Guts in a minute, but WWE, they hated Blood and Guts. They hated AEW's Blood and Guts.
No doubt this was Bruce Pritchard. No doubt this was Bruce Pritchard.
Hated it because they did it. Or they said, it because the way they did it was not right.
Quote, they set the business back 30 years with the violence.
Two things. They run a War Games show once a year. And
basically a spot fest, but the same thing.
And within the last year, Rey Mysterio's eye was pulled out of his head.
Right.
It's just... It's so stupid. Why even ask this question? Like, of course they're gonna be like, and there's, like I said, I'm 100% sure it was Bruce Pritchard who said this. 100% sure.
One of the yes men.
Because who like
Seth Rollins maybe?
It was a management person. It was
got to be Bruce because there doesn't seem to be any more of those management people.
Yeah, there's not. And of course, who else do these these people? No one talks to like Kevin Dunne. You know,
he's smartly kept himself away from the
guy. It's no doubt it's Pritchard, and it's just like shut up. Like shut up.
I'm so tired of him and all the like. Does it matter to your show?
No.
First of all, you're wrong.
Yeah,
you're wrong.
Like, what's it matter?
It matters because you got to put down the competition. There cannot be another wrestling company.
Yeah, can't
exist.
Can't exist.
It can't exist. So they hated it. Becky Lynch signed a new contract. This has been talked about for a long time. So I assume that means she's going to be back soon, right?
Well, people have been saying, thought WrestleMania for when she was going back, but who knows? Who knows? But
Daniel Bryan's contract. Speaking of contracts, his contract expired at the end of last week. But
after SmackDown,
I'm almost positive that he'll be back.
Yeah, I have a feeling he'll re-sign.
I would be surprised if he hasn't already re-signed.
Yeah, it's just like there's no way
I'm sure they're just debating semantics at this point. He's probably coming back.
Yeah, like he'll be a fucking. He'll take that fat check and.
It'd be like a Legends deal of some kind, or like a Brock Lesnar thing.
And then for the next 20 years, talk about how he wish he could have done this or done that. And then it'd be like,
I wish I could have went to Mexico.
I wish I could have went to Mexico. I wish I could have done this. I wish I could have done that. Shut the fuck up, Bryan.
Oh,
shut the fuck up. I'm tired of you.
Speaking of shut the fuck up, Deadspin wants Cody to fuck off. Which I was surprised that you, of all people, Mike, you were the one.
Just, hey,
what the hell is this shit?
I have no
you have no love lost for Cody.
But like this was just like it just tells you just where two things where wrestling journalism and sports journalism is, and Deadspin is just a complete hollow husk of what it used to be. And it's just like it's just crappy. It's just crappy journal. It's just
Deadspin was basically beaten by Barstool, right?
No, it was kind of like I think it truthfully it was Hogan. It was that whole Hogan's
fault. He did it.
It was Hogan's fault because once Gawker fell, then like all the dominoes started falling, and
I'm surprised
all those sites.
I'm surprised it still exists.
Well, it's always gonna probably exist because it's got a name, but it's been it's been like through 2 different companies now, and it's just like I read certain stuff on their whatever it's called, their like parent company. I don't know. They're under their parachute company, but yeah, Deadspin just fucking sucks. And it's just like how
just Cody should fuck off because he should fuck off instead of actually like pointing out the here's
but then
why.
It makes me feel like Cody's doing everything right to elicit a reaction like that.
Right.
Like he's doing something right.
I guess. Here's a weird one that just popped up. This is where you get in trouble. This is where I get in trouble on wrestling Twitter. You see a story on there. It says Tessa, Blanchard, and Daga guaranteed to go to AEW everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Everybody's like, well, what are your thoughts on Tessa and Daga going to AEW? Like, I don't think that's a done deal. I think that would be a very big problem if you just did that. Especially because you just fired Evilise for being a You're going to bring Tessa in then? I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah, no.
You already have racist issues with who's the chick from France that they
Shanna,
racist, that's got some racist tweets out there.
It's just
and that's a problem. Maybe don't bring her. Maybe don't.
I have no doubt. Like she's
gonna show up somewhere. Marty's gonna. All these people are gonna show up again someday.
I don't know, truthfully, where any of these people show up besides like lower level indies. Like
they're gonna show up again somewhere.
I don't think, truthfully, the big like Impact doesn't do, because Impact just has been put together a really great division lately. They just signed Killer Kelly, who's terrific, and I would have doubted if they bring in at least one of the 3 or 4 women who were just released from WWE.
There's no way you can bring Tessa into a locker room. That's
maybe
shit, right?
Maybe Ring of Honor, but I don't know.
Especially Impact has a bunch of African American wrestling women. You're gonna bring her in?
Yeah.
And cause all that trouble? No.
It's like once a quarter, like this whole thing. Oh, Tessa may go to AEW, but I'm pretty sure someone like finally talked to someone in management at AEW, and they like said like, no, it's never gonna happen. And I really don't think that's AEW's plan for the women's division. I think AEW's women's division is kind of like, remember when baseball was good and it was like, and it was like,
baseball was good.
Well, when it was like fun, and there was teams like the Yankees and the Red Sox who would just
I think those teams still exist.
No, they don't. They don't exist. Who would just like buy and trade and like get these stacked lineups. And then there's teams like Tampa Bay Rays who are just like everyone came up through their system. There's all that. Just like
they would lose them all.
Yeah, but I think that's what AEW is essentially doing. They're like grooming and putting together like a young upstart division, and like I don't think they're too keen on like just signing just like every big name that becomes available. I think they've got a plan. That's why I've changed my tune. I feel like they're more of like, we've got this farm system and we're gonna curate it, and we're gonna
slow build this thing.
Slow build this until we've got a championship team in a few years. With Evan Longoria and who else was on that team? Who never won a championship.
Back when baseball was good?
Yeah, but it's not like they ever won a championship.
They went there a few times, but then
who was that really great?
They didn't win? I thought they won.
No, they did not win.
They never.
There was Longoria, and then there's
a dude in the outfield.
Upton?
Myers, maybe?
Upton.
DJ Upton. David Price for a while.
Price. They had Casimir, right?
Not Casimir.
Yeah.
Many others.
And like truthfully, like the Astros too. The Astros. Many
Careful.
people came up to the
They also
Astros.
had maybe the best coach in baseball,
Who?
Joe Madden.
Cora.
Coming up with the how to bang on a trash can scam. Anyway, so yeah, I thought that was funny how it was like on fire that Tessa's a fantastic wrestler. She is a horrible person.
Yeah.
And hasn't ever apologized for any of that stuff. She just said, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Like, maybe if you apologized, you could get yourself back on track here. Daga, whole nother story. Like, that guy is like Alberto Del Rio 2.0, right?
Is he really?
Not in the like, I'm going to get arrested for rape kind of stuff, but allegedly. But the like, I'm not showing up stuff. Wasn't Daga like not showing up to certain promotions like Impact, no-show?
I think that all has to do with Tessa.
Probably. You said it, Killer Kelly to Impact, just making that division even better. That one is.
She's good. She was. I mean, I haven't seen her
very good
in a while, but she was just a jobber. So
she's very good. It's just
yeah.
She had a lot of
very,
stuff
very
in
good.
Germany, right? She was in WCW for a while.
Yes, she's.
What do you think about this one? And
she would have fights with somebody in NXT UK, and they're the two jobbers. So when the two of them would fight, it was actually good because either one could win. But
what do you think about this one? Dario Cueto showed back up.
Lucha Underground. But he's not Dario Cueto,
right?
But he is Dario Cueto.
He's forget the same character with a different name in MLW.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And he's probably going to manage all the bad guys, I think. Right? Is that what he's doing? Because they're losing one of their biggest players. Selena De La Renta is leaving MLW.
Yeah.
They've done a ton of work with. She's basically been one of their top managers. And she's
Dario the guy who had his own office. Like,
yeah.
Yes.
He was the main guy. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so he'll be in.
And he's an actor. Like he was on.
He's not a wrestling person. Yeah, he's not a wrestling person.
No. But someone said because there's the rumor that MLW and WWE are gonna team together, and unless this all ends up with Prince Puma coming back and a bunch of other
Mil Muertes
and the Lotus Clan.
Yeah,
the Lotus Clan, the Black Lotus Clan,
the Black Lotus, and the Marty the Moth, who was just in AEW, right? Showed up in AEW.
Yeah.
So Dario Cueto back, Eva Marie back in WWE. What the hell?
Right in the title picture.
Been talking about this
unbelievable
for years, right?
Yeah,
I think it's like 2 years in the making.
Yeah, it's been like a year and a half. Yeah.
She's got vignettes.
It's unbelievable. It's just
how you fire Chelsea Green, but you bring back Eva Marie.
Like it's just people. It just blows my mind how people will just with this company just be like one day be like this company, how can they fire? And then the next be like Eva Marie, woo! Like what? Like
I mean,
what
good for her.
Ever done?
Good for her coming back for her own personal, life like and all that. Good for you, but not. I don't care.
Like, is this really going to be like? Is someone going to be like, "Oh, Eva Marie's back. Let me tune in."
No,
let me tune in.
No, has anyone ever said that in the last 20 years?
Really.
Has anyone ever said, "Well, let me check this out because so and so's on the show"? No, I don't think that's how it works anymore.
No.
Have you been watching the A&E biographies that?
No, I heard they're crap. I heard they're no good.
I watched a little bit of it.
Which one?
Macho Man.
I heard that one was really bad. I heard it was like a hit job.
That's what I heard too. It was. I don't know. Is a hit job the truth?
Right.
They talk about him being. They do make fun of him a lot.
Yes.
Peter Rosenberg in there. A lot of Peter Rosenberg in this thing.
Yeah.
Like that's some of these choices are like, whoa.
No
Peter
thanks.
Rosenberg.
Pretty good.
Where are you watching this?
A&E, the channel A&E.
I will say
like
this.
Regular, like real TV.
Yeah.
It's on Hulu TV, but
I got it in an entirely different take on these the other day.
I think a lot of people like these. My wife loves it. Great.
Dootsy texted me and said she's been watching them
Yeah.
at 1 a.m. with her daughter.
Yeah.
When her daughter wakes up in the middle of the night, and she said they are very entertaining.
Yeah.
Huh.
Casual fans
Hey.
loving it.
Yeah.
But if you know all the stuff, all these stories,
Yeah,
you're like,
then.
I've seen this shit a million times. Like I know Fang
Well, that's
McFreeze was Steve Austin's old Stone Cold's original name was supposed to be Fang McFreeze. Yeah, I know that already.
But there is then like there's the Booker T one, which
Right. Rachel watched that last night. She said it was great.
but then they completely gloss over the Triple H stuff.
Of course.
And maybe his most high profile feud and most important feud was the Triple H stuff because it was for the championship.
You can't do that because it was racist.
Yeah.
And it literally the guy who hosts the other show, the A&E, is also doing like the Hidden Treasures show.
Right.
That comes on right after, and he's the host of it. Triple H is the host of it. And I think
That's
Isaiah
why
Swerve Scott's like bodyguard that just showed up is also the one of the hosts.
Yes.
It's
yes.
so
AJ
bizarre.
Francis.
Yeah, why? I don't get it. But anyway,
I don't know.
yeah, it's really weird. Dark Side of the Ring, however, on the other side of the coin, fucking,
Okay, here you go, Ryan.
Pillman.
This is new segment of the week, Ryan. On the oof meter, where did this one rank? 1 to 10. The oof. 1 to 10. The Bryan Pillman story. Where did it rank? 1 to 10 on oof.
Which part? The first wife or
The whole thing.
The last
whole
wife?
Story. The whole
Oofa
story.
Tufa. That's a full Oofa
It's
Tufa
just
right
like-
there.
It is. I think it ranks.
Tufa.
I think it ranks about an 8. It's not like a Von Erich, but it's close to Von Erich. Just like, oh brother, oof. Just like stuff. It's just like
All the bad
God,
shit that happened.
just awful. I never knew like all this
I had no idea
absolutely
about the suicide part that was in part
awful
1.
stuff. Awful stuff to Brian. Now I feel awful having ever said a bad word about Brian Pillman Jr. Just awful.
Yeah,
Like-
you don't like him very much.
He means as a wrestler, not as a person, I don't think.
I know, but
I don't
just
think
like
Mike differentiates.
it's just
Brian Pillman Jr. been through a lot. And his other siblings.
yeah.
Can you imagine
Yeah.
this? Can you imagine this life? Let me just put this out there. 3 ex-wives with each one having a kid. 3
Yes.
separate kids. 3 kids separated by different women. 3 kids. 3
One committed suicide.
The first wife. Yeah.
One
Because
was a drug.
This,
One
the
was
la-
a drug addict.
The last one.
Yep.
And I don't know about the second one. We don't really hear about it.
Yeah. No, we don't.
Yeah. Bad news.
Man,
Bad
oh, man.
news.
Just
But the good thing
Oof.
first of all, those documentaries are very, very good. And
yeah,
then
they're really good.
Kim Wood is incredible.
Oh man, he did an interview with what's it called, with Meltzer this week, and I heard part
Oh,
of it.
really?
And it was he told this story how I don't know. He told this story about how Pillman was always trying to fuck with Stu Hart
Yes.
for some reason.
Yes.
Was
Yes.
just trying to fuck with Stu Hart.
Because Owen was always trying to fuck with
Yeah.
Stu.
And how Terry Funk wanted Bryan to chain himself to the goalpost during the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Like before
naked.
Yes, like before the Super Bowl was like
Yeah.
like
right.
so tight, but like
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
There's a
Like, just-
there's a story, a bunch of stories about Owen Hart calling Stu Hart when they were on the road together for various pay-per-views that Stu would be at in the front row, and he would call and be like, pretend to be one of Stu's like rival promoters. Be like, I know you're in the hotel. Meet me in the lobby, you son of a bitch. He would be on the phone like, oh, son of a bitch, I'm gonna come down there and I'm gonna clobber you. And he would go down to the lobby and no one would be there. No one did it all the time. Apparently, he would just call his dad and pretend to be some asshole and challenge him to a fight.
You didn't back down, huh?
He also, did you ever hear the story about how Owen fucked with George? Apparently, George the Animal Steel was like a fucking dickhead of an agent back in the day. And he had this briefcase that he carried everywhere. And he was being a dick to Owen and Brett, or all of them at one point. So they stole his briefcase and they handcuffed it to the ceiling in the rafters. And he couldn't get it down. He was like, my papers. And they never got it down for him. They left it up there because he's a fucking dick.
That's funny.
Bill, it's time for a segment to be named later before we get into the weekly shows. What you got?
Well, I'll just go real quick here then. So my main thing was I was trying to look into Johnny C. Mainly his claim that he worked for WCW for a time.
Right.
Turns out there's no record of that anywhere that I could find. No, even like
you think he was
credit or nothing.
Setting up the ring or something?
I think maybe he got invited backstage for a show.
He worked for WCW. They didn't know it, but he worked there.
Yeah. So instead, I did look up whatever this Wrestlicious thing that he was bragging about. His show that he said was very good.
How he invented Glow before Glow.
No, this is after.
After Glow revival.
A dude won the lottery, Powerball. So decided the best thing to do with that money is to start a women's wrestling promotion. Which
then he lost all his money, I'm assuming.
So
not because women's wrestling's bad, just because he's an idiot.
Yes. So he decided the best business partners would be Johnny C and Jimmy Hart.
Well, okay, so they are friends.
Yes, apparently he actually has worked with Jimmy Hart. That part is true.
Wow.
But they filmed this Wrestlicious show that they initially said was going to air on Fox.
Like Fox Prime.
Fox Network, yeah.
Wow.
Turns out that's not the case.
Imagine that.
Yeah. Instead, Wrestlicious Takedown was the name of the show. It appeared on Dish Network, so just missed Fox.
Dish Network.
Just missed it by this much.
They had
just a bit outside.
One season of 22-minute long episodes.
22 1-minute long episodes?
No, I'm sorry. 22-minute long, 13 episodes total. Announced we're going to start planning season 2. We're going to do it right now, and then they never taped anything. The only thing that good came out of this was they actually had real wrestlers in it. Among a million of them, some of the people that came out of this were Leva Bates, Serena Deeb, and even one Mercedes Martinez, apparently.
Oh, your girl.
I feel like this does sound familiar.
But apparently it was also awful and was ranked as one of the worst wrestling shows ever created.
Ouch.
Yeah.
When was this?
This was 2010, 2011.
It's a while ago.
Yeah.
I feel like it was on somewhere. Like I've seen it listed somewhere, but
probably. Wow. But yeah.
Wowza.
So not quite WCW for our friend Johnny C.
Well, you never know. Maybe he was out there getting Terry Funk's hardcore hay match or whatever that was, where he fought Norman Smiley and horse kicked somebody in the face. Remember that? Was it a horse that kicked Terry Funk in the face?
That wasn't the bunkhouse brawl.
No, it was way later than the bunkhouse brawl. All right, time for the weekly shows. Oh, I forgot one thing about the A&E biography. Hogan said a very funny line in the Macho Man one. Did you see this? He's like, well, good workers like me and Macho. You are not a good worker, Hogan.
Macho is a good worker.
Good workers like me, Hogan. Yeah, Macho, good worker. Hogan. What? Don't tell it. Don't.
It was so funny.
You're a good worker.
Someone was interviewing Godfather Charles Wright, and they're like, they asked him, they're like, So how do you feel about Hogan or something like that? He's like, you know what? There's people like The Rock, Stone Cold, and Undertaker who are all in the position of leader in the locker room. They're all nice guys. And I don't like to say things about, I can't like something about like, if you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything at all about Hogan. So like, even Undertaker, like,
I mean, Kama and Undertaker were best friends, though.
that's true.
Was Combo part of the backstage crew?
Yeah, the BSK.
Yeah.
He was. All right, AEW. There's not a lot to say other than blood and guts. Miro's going to face Darby coming up. Darby took a crazy fall, getting beat up.
He's going to kill Darby, you guys say, right?
Yes, yeah. I think that's what this set up after that fall is. It's set up for him to absolutely demolish.
He's going to kill Darby.
And good.
We'll see.
And then I'm guessing they'll set up a tag team match for Double or Nothing with Sting and Darby versus Ethan Page and Scorpio.
Oh, yeah. There you go. You booked it. What'd you think of Blood and Guts, Mike? We've seen NXT version of War Games. Now we've seen the AEW version of War Games. And full disclosure, War Games is one of my favorite things about wrestling. So go ahead.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought the intensity was great. I thought it was really good. I thought everything was good pretty much up until they went to the top and then the fall, which I get. People, there's been a whole big hubbub about it all week. And I get it. Like the fall, like all of wrestling needs to move away from this shot of people falling into a bunch of cardboard boxes. Because it's just like, it
was literally cardboard boxes.
Yeah, it really takes away from it. And if they had just shot it from afar, like a crowd angle, I think it would have went over way better.
Dark area where you can't tell what it is.
But like still, even that, because you fall it like it's just like I like the thing of MJF forcing Sammy to say to quit. And then doing it anyways, I liked that a lot. But I liked it. I thought it was great. I thought it was vicious. I thought it was good.
Pinnacle one.
Yep.
And Sammy,
a lot of blood.
Did they do anything else up on top of the
no,
cage? Or
just that.
Okay. There was no one else, say Chris Jericho, that could take this loss. It was Sammy that had to take it.
No, Jericho lost.
It wasn't a loss. It wasn't a loss. It was. So Jericho, MJF was going to throw Jericho off the top, but Sammy was on the floor telling him, "Don't do it, don't do it." And he
MJF
was the
said,
one. We quit.
Give up, and I won't throw him.
Oh, okay.
So Sammy's like, "Fine, we give up. Don't throw him off."
And
then he threw him off anyway, which is excellent.
Yes,
he threw Jericho off just so him.
Yes.
Okay.
And his fall was just broken by one table that he only sort of hit, and it was horrifying to see.
No.
Oh no.
It
was the boxes. Gotcha.
No. There was like this boosted up area on the ramp, which was clearly definitely going to be somebody's going to be thrown into this crash pad looking thing, but I guess it was not.
Yeah, it was
an area of cardboard boxes made to look like the ramp. But when he fell on it, the pieces of fake ramp way, I guess, all like collapsed around him, revealing cardboard boxes under his leg. And then these things that are supposed to be metal are like little pieces, like Lego pieces all over. So it was what did he fall into?
Yeah, it took away from it.
If it was just a black thing and you didn't know cardboard was underneath it and there was nothing on top, you probably would have been not complaining about it. I'm all for a guy not dying, being thrown off the top.
For sure.
Not dying. So I don't understand why so many people are like, oh my God, awful. Like, no, it's not awful that the guy fell on a very safe thing. Like, I think we need to separate this out. What needs to be fixed is the production crew needs to make a better thing for him to fall on. That's all.
For sure.
It's totally fine.
And a better better.
I mean, the
camera
cage
angle.
was incredible. The Hell in the the Hell in the Cell looking cage looked great.
Yeah, I thought it
Looked
looked
like
really
they
good.
had their issues. Let's put it that way, because they also had the refund thing going on because they pre-taped the first few matches.
Right.
Which, if you're going to Blood and Guts and you're going to see the Hell in the Cell thing, like the War Games match, you don't give a shit about some opening matches, do you?
Yeah, I guess it was a one.
Show a night.
That was what they're talking about when they said it was a one match event. In person.
Right.
It was,
So they taped everything else, and I guess the video playback was a little wonky. So they offered refunds. You showed this the clip of Tony Khan was like, if if there's a problem, you want a refund, you can go ahead and get one. If you thought you were going to see all these matches live or whatever, and I guess according to Meltzer, only 5 refunds were given out. So I guess not that many people were that pissed off.
Yeah,
Only 5 people got their back. So
I'm sure if this was like not in the middle of the pandemic, that could have been different.
Right.
But yeah.
I don't know. I enjoyed the match. A lot of blood. A lot of
blood.
Sounds like industry got set back on this night.
In like 30 years.
Yeah.
At least 30 years.
Cash Wheeler. There's never been blood in WWE from hardway elbows to the head, which is much more.
Never.
Cash Wheeler was very bloody. Sammy Guevara cut the side of his head open somehow. Side of Guevara's head was cut open.
Yeah.
Guevara takes a pounding in these matches. My God.
Yeah, he does.
Run over. He's been thrown off the stadium. He's been run over by a golf cart. He's been dropped off a ladder.
Yeah.
He's taking some crazy bumps in these matches. But I like how Inner Circle all came out in the prison outfits.
Yeah.
That was fun.
I like how it was pretty much like black and white. Yeah.
Yeah, Pinnacle in all white. Tully Blanchard was the one who opened the door so MJF could get out.
Yeah. How do you? I'm not crazy about them coming out of it during on the first match. Not crazy about that.
That's always how it is, though.
I know. Like Hell in the Cell. Like that's just
Every time.
First match, yeah.
The first match at Hell in the Cell.
I thought it was good. Definitely a bloodbath, and like it's called Blood and Guts. It has to be that. It can't be
for sure.
Can't be finesse. It's a fucking cage match.
No. It should just be brutal.
Yeah, that's what
ugly,
it was.
And just
it was the MJF with a full mask right now and watching the end of it.
Excellent. Like all the shots they got of him and all the things he did, I thought were great. It's just bad production. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Rough production at the end, which WWE has done the same thing.
Yep.
They've done the same thing over here. So, I mean, not great at the end, but the booking was awesome. I thought the booking was great.
Yeah.
And Tony Schiavone going to another level with his I hate MJF the whole match. Just making fun of him, talking about literally he said, like, he's a piece of shit. And it wasn't
I saw the one thing about like, oh, look at this hero going in last or whatever.
Great. Fantastic. But so that was AEW. Fun show. And it got its first ever number 1 in cable.
Yeah.
Nice.
Views. Over a million.
Really?
It was 1 million. The rating was a million, but it was number 1 in cable for the week.
Yes.
So, big. That's a big deal.
Oh, yeah.
Did you watch NXT? Did anybody watch NXT? You did, right, Mike? You watched at least the last match, right?
Yes, in the last match, I did enjoy the last match. Yes.
Leon Ruff versus Isaiah Swerve Scott in a match that was not earned by me as a viewer, but I like.
Did Scott put him away for good, hopefully?
He did win, but he has a stable now, apparently.
Yes. Well, I guess they've been in his
vignettes, but we didn't know who they were.
Yes.
Oh, they're new.
This Francis guy came out and powerbombed Leon Ruff on the ramp or on the barricade or whatever, and Swerve Scott got the win in the Falls Count Anywhere match.
Yeah, this is a pretty.
It was okay. I mean, fine. Just I like Isaiah Swerve Scott. I just don't think this needed this kind of thing.
Right.
We need this. I don't know.
No.
Fine, whatever. Austin Theory, the way is just every episode of NXT, the way has like 7 segments. It's just all about the way.
Yeah, I fast forward through them.
They kept trying to break into William Regal's office.
See, I bet you Johnny Gargano doing that is funny, but yes.
It is, but it gets old when it's every single week.
Right.
They break in and he's like, I'm meeting with someone. It's Scarlett Bordeaux. And this was awful. I thought the worst part of the attitude right here. Austin Theory goes, wow, they're so much bigger up close. Ooh. And then he's like, everyone's like, whoa. And he's like, what? I mean, her nails. And then Johnny was like, yeah, you're right. Her nails are big. And like dragged him out of there.
So they're going to feed Austin Theory to
I'm sure.
The champ?
Yes.
Next week, I'm pretty sure.
Yes. Because she stared at her boobs and then said her nails are long. Her nails are big. Cam Grimes beat a guy and then later got schooled by Ted DiBiase again.
Can't wait for that.
Yes. Schooled again by
Teddy.
It doesn't, but it almost makes me want to watch just for the DiBiase segments because this can be done so well.
That's good.
Yeah, they're good. They're good.
Kayden Carter and Kacy Catanzaro are back.
Cool.
Yay.
What did they have to do?
They argued with Frankie Monet, who just all she ever does is like show up and put people over, but then make fun of them. Like,
right, and then
you're good for what you are. Like
her dog shit
teams.
Her dog shit in the tank later.
Right. He shit.
Was done.
He took a shit in Shotzi's tank.
That's kind of funny. Oh, that's fine.
Tommaso Ciampa and Toothless Timmy versus the Grizzled Young Veterans. Good match.
I assume a very good match.
Very good match.
For some reason,
the finish sucked.
Yeah, what was the finish?
So they took a shoe and hit.
All right, right. They cheated.
But apparently they took Wade Barrett's shoe, but we never saw it.
Yes. Wade Barrett all of a sudden was just like, my shoe's gone. And then all of a sudden
they never showed it.
Sudden, one of the guy Ciampa
had Wade Barrett's shoe and threw it to Thatcher, and they hit James Drake and knocked him out and pinned him. Good match, bad finish.
For some reason, I'm just not into Ciampa and Thatcher. It's just
it's a dumb mismatch.
It doesn't do it for me.
I thought the match was fine, just the finish.
It was fine.
All the top people came out and got into a fight. Kross, Balor, Pete Dunne, and Kyle O'Reilly. Man,
why is Kyle O'Reilly dressing like that?
Because he's cool. Kyle. What do you mean? He's cool, Kyle.
But
cool
your
Kyle.
caption was pretty spot on, Mike. Your bro asking the magician for his secrets.
Cool Kyle is what I wanted to dress like in 2002. That's how I wanted to be perceived in 2002.
Cool Kyle.
Not in 2021. 2000.
Literally, he walked out of a Hollister.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I loved Hollister. I had the sexy sweater from Hollister. That's all I would wear. All of high school.
Never did anything.
Never did anything for me, but
I just every time he comes out, and then this week he tipped his cap to.
Don't wear that hat. Let's start there.
Yeah, is it a rib? Is it a rib?
I think he's trying to be sleazy Kyle.
Okay, he
think that's what it is.
He's got to. No, he needs to go much sleazier then.
It's sleazy Kyle.
Much sleazier.
It's just they're calling it Cool Kyle.
I don't like Cool Kyle.
This is too far. There's a happy medium for Kyle. Heel Kyle saying funny things in promos, amazing. But heel Kyle or babyface Kyle wearing a hat, no.
Yeah, fedora.
No hats in wrestling. Get rid of all hats. Yes.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah.
Has a fedora ever looked cool on anyone under the age of 60?
It's never looked cool ever.
No. Some people look like they fit the fedora, but that's not to say that they look cool.
Right. No one's ever looked cool in a fedora. Except for fucking Frank's like the mobsters and all that shit. They looked cool in fedoras, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Old guys.
The Rat Pack.
Old cool guys.
Yeah, the Rat Pack. Though, like in that era, yeah, they looked cool, but not now. And not wearing certainly like a, what is it? Like it's made of like straw. It's
like a straw fedora,
it's like a
you
straw
get at
fedora?
Hollister.
Yeah, it's
Like
like a
you did at
surfer's hat.
Hollister.
Anyway, we talked about Ted DiBiase, Cam Grimes, Raquel Gonzalez, sorry, and Mercedes Martinez talk shit about each other.
Listen,
Yeah.
if number one cable was not, it was the War Games match, the Blood and Guts.
Yeah,
This match is going to beat out like Network.
number one in Bill's rankings here.
That's right.
These two. Even though you're not watching the show anymore, Raquel's the champ, and you're not watching.
Man, wrong time. Bad time, Raquel.
La Knight beat Jake Atlas. Jake Atlas
Dude.
is decreased to just a jobber.
His LA Knight's finisher is so awful looking. Like he does it
It's like
so
Wade Barrett,
poorly.
end of days.
It's Byron Saxton level bad.
Yeah,
What
it's
is
so
this
bad.
again?
It's just
can't
like that.
picture it.
It's like a
It's
front
like one. They like
it strikes
DDT.
their head. Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
bad.
bad.
it's awful. And he barely ever like fully connects it. Like if he did it,
Yeah.
it's just awful.
Oh, I forgot to say, Leon Ruff, Isaiah Swerve Scott. Leon Ruff did a poison Rana off the apron to the floor, and it was like the most safely done.
Yeah.
Like not even close. Like obviously Isaiah Swerve Scott did a backflip and then like landed on his back. Like the most safe poison Rana I've ever seen in my life. But also like just don't do it because it doesn't look good. But yeah, his moves suck. I like how on mine, LA Knight wins the match, and then we immediately cut to a Car Shield commercial with LA Knight getting beat up by Ric Flair.
Yes.
That's an 80-year-old Ric Flair beating up LA Knight right after. Saray got back in the ring and beat Zendaya.
Yeah.
Last week, the 1, 2, 3 kid.
AQA.
AQA.
Yes.
So Saray won.
Okay. Cool.
Building her
And
up.
then Tony attacked her. Tony. What did
She
Tony
attacked
do?
her and then also had a promo against Zoe Stark and how she was going to get rid of Zoe Stark.
Right.
Kushida wants to fight Santos Escobar for what happened last week. Diamond Mine is still a thing.
Do we know what
We
this
still
thing is?
don't know what it is.
I don't know.
No clue.
Do we
It looks
care
like-
even a little anymore?
No, I've never cared. Never cared at all. Walter yelled at Imperium for being idiots. And then we had our street fight. Blackheart and Ember Moon versus The Way. And it was a mess. A messy
Yeah.
match. Kind of a mess.
Yeah. But it was
But
fun.
Candice won a title. That's what I'm most excited about.
They
Candice
did.
LeRae. And I like Indy Hartwell a lot. Indy Hartwell.
Indy's really good.
I think
Indy's
she's
very good.
better than almost everyone in the match. That's what I thought. Like, she's the best wrestler in this match, right? She's way better than Shotzi. Shotzi's not a good wrestler. I'm sorry.
Shotzi's
A fun
not
character.
exactly
She's not a very good
Right.
wrestler. Like
Yeah,
in the
she's
ring,
not-
I mean.
right.
She's fine. She's good at her role, but she's not actually a good wrestler. Candice is tough. Does
Yeah.
some fun stuff. Ember is good sometimes. Sometimes it's a little wonky, but I think Indy is actually the most
Indy's got
well-rounded, good
Yeah.
wrestler.
she's got great upside.
And
Like,
obviously
a lot
she's
of
got good
potential.
personality. She's done some crazy
Yeah.
personality work.
Yes,
well.
she does. She does. But yeah, there was some pretty mean bumps.
The ladder
some
bump.
Yeah, there were some pretty good spots. Like
I think
just like
Candace, did she call up Kevin Owens to make that ladder chair like spot up?
yeah,
Like, give me a ladder chair spot, Kevin Owens.
like there was some crazy bumps that looked like they hurt.
I'm
Like-
sure they all did. I'm sure they all did.
it was a fun match. It was just like it wasn't pretty, but it got the job done. It was fun.
It was certainly not pretty. There were some whiffs, a few whiffs in there, but
Yeah.
Like the table spot. Indy got thrown into a table and it didn't break, and she just landed head first. She landed head first on the table and it just didn't break at all. And she just like slumped over. I'm like, dear God, that did not.
And then her do that elbow dive through the table. I thought that was fun. It was. I enjoyed it. It was just a good plunder match.
Yeah, it was just a wild match. Craziness.
Yeah.
So yeah, finally, Candice LeRae has a title. Finally, which I was excited about. So that was NXT. The end was good, sure, but the rest, just okay.
I could take it or leave it.
Yeah, take it or leave it. Getting harder and harder to. They have a great talented roster, but it's getting harder and harder to watch some of this stuff.
Yeah,
because it's getting less and less NXT.
I know that Attitude Era like boobs joke made me think like this is not what I signed up for. Like this is not why I'm here. Like I get that he's an idiot and all that, but like don't put that in there. Like why we don't need that on NXT. This is NXT where we take things a little more not seriously. We can still have fun and joke around, but like this is not good. Like this is just bad. Anyway, Wally, that was NXT. Wally, it's time for your top 5.
Oh, sweet. Top 5 NWSL kits because the championship was this past Sunday, and
Didn't
we got
you just do this?
No, I did.
WNBA kits, jerseys.
So number 5 is the Houston Dash home kit. It's the all orange. Looks very nice. Number 4 is NC Courage home kit. That's the dark blue one. The 3rd is Portland Thorns home kit. That's the black one with red detailing, and they've got outlines of roses on the shirts. Looks very good. Number 2 is the Chicago Red Stars Elevate kit, which is the dark or the sky blue one. It shows like the actual neighborhoods of Chicago on the actual jersey. And then the number 1 kit is Orlando Pride Ad Astra. This is the new one that they announced this year. It's the black shirt that goes to purple. It's got like stars on it. They actually sent one of those. Yeah, they actually sent one of those to space on the space station. So
wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Fun.
Nice. Who won the NWSL championship?
Who else?
Thorns.
Of course they did.
The Portland Thorns?
Yeah.
Nice.
But that was just the Challenge Cup. Now we got the regular season coming up.
Oh, so it wasn't the regular season.
No.
They'll win that too, though.
Isn't it the Courage that are very good?
The Courage.
They're not good
anymore. Yes. They did. They lost Abby Dahlkemper and Sam Mewes from the Challenge Cup to Manchester City. They lost Crystal Dunne to Portland Thorns. They lost Abby Ursig, who's another defender.
I forgot that most of the best players are playing in Europe.
Yeah. So going into the Challenge Cup, they were playing probably 4 starters from last year, which is
wow.
Not
That's not how you want to do it. That's not how you want to do it. Okay.
They should be better during the regular season.
Well, if they get those other ones back. That's the end of this one. That is it. We are coming back with Pee Wee Herman.
Boo.
Sorry, guys.
Pee Wee Herman.
What Pee Wee Herman?
The new one.
Big Adventure.
Pee Wee's Big
Holiday.
Adventure from
Big Holiday.
Big Holiday from Netflix. The Netflix.
Geez, I don't think I ever watched that. I love Pee Wee's Big Adventure.
Don't
watch Big Holiday.
It's Pee Wee. I mean, if you don't like those jokes, you're not gonna like.
I enjoy Pee Wee
Herman movies.
I mean,
they're
it's
stupid jokes.
Paul Rubens and Paul Russ, so you'll probably like some of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's Joe Manganiello.
Yep.
Joe Manganiello is a very handsome man, for sure.
Sexy. Who's the wrestler in this one? I forget.
Is it not Joe Manganiello?
No, it is not Joe Manganiello.
No, it's not Joe.
Oh.
Who is it? I did have a connection.
Was it the woodsman guy? The guy in the woods?
Woodsman guy. I forget. Maybe.
Oh no, it was what's his name? WCW champion, wasn't it?
Arquette?
David Arquette.
Isn't he in here?
Yes, yeah, right. David Arquette.
He
shows
is?
up. Yeah, he's like somebody's friend, isn't he? I feel like. Am I wrong about that? He's in there.
He plays DJ.
Yeah, he's in there.
So the DJ?
I don't know. I don't remember him being in here.
Well, hey, this week on what's it called? Dark Side of the Ring, I believe it is the Nick Gage Dark Side of the Ring episode with Mac,
Gage.
Moxley, and David Arquette. Because David Arquette famously had the match.
death match that he left. He walked out on. His neck was gushing blood, and he's just like, sorry guys, I do like this, but I don't want to. I need to go to the hospital.
Nick Gage scared him so much.
Yeah. I saw the clip of Moxley. That's what started me on this. Moxley talking about how he used a pizza cutter on Moxley's face, and he was like, "Oh my god, he really cut my mouth with it."
Oh yeah.
What the hell?
Oh yeah.
Oh, Nick Gage, our good friend Nick Gage.
Yep.
Our dear friend.
Our very good friend Nick Gage.
Yeah. We should bring that back someday.
I don't know what you mean by our friend. He literally threatened my life.
He threatened to send. He didn't threaten to kill you. He threatened to send some guys after you.
Yeah,
to kill me.
Not to kill you, just
to murder, death, kill me.
To murder, death, kill me. All right, that's it. This one's over. We're talking about Pee Wee next. Peace out. We'll see you live next week in person.